up, CSBA? We are live in prime time, visiting here in Villanova, Pennsylvania. We have the Arizona State Sun Devils. Here in the booth with me tonight, I have Rusty. Rusty, how you doing tonight, brother?
Hey man, doing great. Happy to be on call with you, my former coach.
Yes, sir. Yeah, the coaching tree is starting to branch out. It's feeling good, and we both know
Yeah.
a lot about at least one of these teams here in Villanova Wildcats. Going to be taking on a really tough Arizona State team. What you keeping an eye on
Definitely.
tonight?
Well, anyone in the Big East can tell you Villanova is a sneaky good team, and you can never count them out, no matter what kind of year they have.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, Arizona State, I'm interested. Their head coach Julian has stepped away, and we're hoping he's gonna be all right. Just taking a short break, so excited to see how new interim coach does and how they handle that.
Yeah, without a doubt. Two teams are really built in a different way. Arizona State really attacked that transfer portal this year and brought in a lot of guys that have had success to other programs to come join the leader, Michael Briston, and Villanova really working their way in
Yeah.
through the recruiting pool and really, I think their only notable transfer was Trellis Blanton, but there's Jim Carr getting it started early. Arizona State out to early,
Oh
5
yeah.
nothing lead.
I mean, if Carr is good at one thing, it's talking, and then after that, shooting threes.
Hey, you can talk the talk if you can back it up.
Oh yeah.
Arizona State getting handsy there, and this is a very different Villanova team than what we're used to seeing. Led by Seti Blunt and Stephen Fellows there for so long. It's definitely a new
Yeah.
look for them not seeing them out there.
Yeah, definitely lost some big veterans, and interested to see how they'll go back. 'Cause what a dunk!
Man, I talk about this guy all the time, Michael Briston. In the coaches survey that was put out earlier this year, it backed it up. League-wide, Michael Briston being viewed as the #1 point guard right now, and showing why right there.
Yeah. Yeah, he's good, and #1 point guard. I think he's still underrated. He's very
Yeah.
athletic and give you 30 points easily. And wasn't he a former
Yeah, that's right. He
Wildcat?
played at Nova.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
so this
forgot
is a little
about that.
homecoming for him.
Yeah, I think he's been at Arizona State now. I think he spent half. I think he's a senior right now, so I think he spent his first 2
Yeah.
years at Nova. Maybe it was only 1 year as a junior.
And
Oh,
either
no
way, it's a
practice.
little homecoming for him. So
Yeah, yeah. Welcome back to Villanova, Michael Briston.
yeah,
And early start here. Nova gonna use that timeout, talk things over, sort out the offenses. Arizona State out here to a really 8-0 lead. What have you seen with Villanova so far, Rusty? What do they got to do to get some points on the board coming here out of the timeout?
probably want to send in someone, some of their freshmen out there, or someone to get a spark and just score a basket, get that zero
Yeah,
out.
just break the seal, right, and hopefully it'll start
Yeah.
flowing.
Yeah, sometimes teams have slow starts, but Nova's a team that can grind it out, and they'll be fine. They'll bounce out.
Without a doubt. We get back to the action here. Carter going to inbound for the Wildcats. Get it over Thomas, and it looks like still keeping their starting unit out there. And Chambers draws the foul there. And Chambers is a guy I'd really like to see kind of take that next step for Villanova this season. I think he had a really good, underrated freshman campaign, and definitely draws a tough matchup here with Bristol. But excited to see what he can do tonight.
Yeah, for sure. I'm looking at this Nova roster, and yeah, they really do. Half their team's freshmen, so I'm like, yeah. Why don't I know these guys?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, a lot of new
nice dunk
faces.
there.
Yeah, so we're kind of acquainting ourselves with this side of the Big East. At least I am tonight.
Yeah, definitely, and lots of interesting matchups. They had a really close game with USC, and are looking to try to bounce back from that loss.
Right. Briston does a great job there taking it inside for the Sun Devils as they hit that double-digit mark. And Aaron Ike, the transfer from Texas Tech, going to force the turnover and drives it in.
Oh.
Great play from him.
Yeah, almost dangerous to go up. Almost got blocked from behind by Blanton.
Yeah. Bland's a guy I'd love to see Villanova get involved here early as well. Had some huge games for Duke last year, so definitely a guy you can go to. Bristol's going to take the opportunity in the mid-range, just a little bit of space, but he gets it off, and
Yeah.
Arizona State not showing any signs of slowing down, as they've already got 14 here, 3 minutes into play.
And I think that's his third or fourth bucket there, and Blanton has a bit of a lot of experience too. He was on that Texas team when they went to the finals.
Right.
So I definitely got winning pedigree, and Duke had a couple good seasons with him. So definitely agree with you with getting him involved.
Yeah, absolutely. And Damian Chambers unable to hit that one down, so Jim Carr's going to pull it up in transition for Arizona State. He's going to get pulled up, but he finds Carr down low, and Carr's going to throw it down. Big slam.
Yeah, I can't forget about his athleticism there. Just straight vertical for that dunk, and shoot it from far, and he doesn't mind getting in your face.
Yeah, without a doubt. A guy like that's so dangerous because, as a defender, you're always thinking about that perimeter shot, and he takes advantage of that sometimes and gets down low and takes it to the basket and makes it tough to stop.
Yeah, and Arizona State definitely loving their guards, bringing in Carr to pair up with Bryson, and that's a really tough duo.
Yeah, without a doubt. Is it Bryson? I think I've always said Briston.
Bryson, I don't know. I think I always heard Wired say Bryson, but maybe someone chat could let us know.
Yeah. All right. Well, Villanova, they broke the seal, so now they just gotta get it flowing.
Easier said than done.
Yeah. Get it over to Blosky.
Yeah, probably.
Oh, great find though.
Oh.
Now to Travers, and Travers gonna throw it down. It's just now I want to get off that rim. Villanova,
Yeah, I know.
they're only gotten there twice so far this game, so he's gonna take full advantage and spend some extra time down there. Set up a
Yeah,
two.
he is checking it out, make sure it's the right size.
Right, exactly. Making sure there wasn't
Oh.
a rigging of the baskets going down, but
Yeah.
big three there from Arizona State.
Is that McCall?
Was
Is
it
he still
McCoy?
on
Yeah,
Arizona?
I missed who it was, to be honest.
I'm pretty sure it was, and that's a guy that's an interesting player too. Easy to forget about just with how loaded their transfer portal was.
Right.
And
Definitely.
yeah, he's another transfer guy just from a season ago.
Yeah. And a guy who I know is really just looking to make a name for himself. He's kind of struggled a little bit early in his career, but
Yeah.
I think it was in their preseason game. I think he had like a 20-point game, so
Oh, yeah.
he's turning that corner and ready to show out. Villanova going to drive in. Great bucket there. I think that was Moffitt.
Yeah. Pretty good take by their point guard, backup point guard.
Get over to Washington. Washington's going to use that speed to get around the outside. Takes it right to the rim.
Yeah, Nova's defense needs to do something. Arizona State's doing whatever they want.
Yeah, without a doubt, Arizona State. I don't think we've seen the shooting percentage of what it is right now, but I'm thinking it's got to be above 80%. I can't recall a miss from them yet. And Bryson's still in the game. Or no, I'm sorry, that's Julian Alexander was able to swat that one away.
Yeah. Hey, there you go.
There we go. Villanova answers back, so maybe they're figuring it out a little bit here now, ready to shorten this lead. McCall's going to get it up, and able to hit that one down. Yeah, and Arizona State just on fire here in the first.
Yeah, living up to that Sun Devil name. I did see them in the chat. They're dedicating this game to Julian, so
Love it. Love it.
I'd like to see he's one of the big time person here in CSBA, and like I said earlier, I hope he's doing well.
Absolutely. Julian, he's a guy who contributes a lot more in the locker room and in the league than on the court, and we love that.
Yeah.
And as I say, the man uses his speed,
Yeah.
his moves to bust inside and get another bucket for Arizona State. They're knocking on the door of 30 here. In the
Yeah. That's a pretty good scoring clip, and there's still a minute to go as there's a turnover.
Yeah. Gonna pull up for the three. Unable to get that one to hit, but Broski's there for the rebound. And Moffitt does a great job. Little body, but no fear. He goes inside and forces the contact, and he's going to be heading to the stripe for a chance to make a three.
Yeah, some nice acrobatics there. a very difficult shot and went in, and the end one's even better.
Right. Yeah, very difficult shot, and yeah, not one that you expect to see a lot of guys put down, especially with that contact that he took down there.
Yeah, not a lot of guys even attempt.
That guy, who was that? 47 on Arizona State. Guy kind
That
of looks
is
like a dollar store version of Jim Carr in a way.
yeah. Hex, Aqua Key, and I think it's Aqua Keyan.
Okay.
Aqua Key Keyan there. Sorry if I'm getting that wrong. But,
Aqua Kikian.
okay.
Like it.
Or AKK.
Yeah, so Arizona State, almost really playing the perfect game here through the first. Not really many holes that you can point out with their game plan at this point. Offenses looked incredible. They're forcing a lot of turnovers, blocking some shots. Villanova, they're having a little bit of a hard time kind of spreading the ball around and getting their shooters open. See if they can turn it around here as we sit with about a minute left before we roll into the second quarter.
Nova has been doing good when they've driven in, and Broski specifically is pretty good at driving and setting up some passes.
Right, yeah. Broski's been on that passing end of several buckets here for the Wildcats, and gets it down low there. But another block from Arizona State as they're going to now push into transition with Washington. They're able to stop it up though, and Arizona State in the half-court offense, they're going to find McCall at the 3. Bang! And he puts that one down. Looks like ref's going to call it a 2. But Arizona State up to 30 here early. Pretty rare to see in this league, so.
Yeah. I like McCall's role in this game. Just kind of been used as a sniper because there's so much offensive firepower on this team.
Yeah, with a team like this, yeah, there's so much talent on here. It's shame there's only one ball.
Right.
But Hex Aqua Kikian does a great job there on grabbing the rebound, getting the putback, and they're gonna get it down. You take a quick shot. Broski nails the 3 with a defender in his face. Big shot from Villanova there. And, rolling here into the second quarter. Amazing performance there from Arizona State here early. Villanova definitely got it going with their bench unit. It's going to be interesting to see if they can keep it rolling with their starters here. Thanks for tuning in to CSBA. We'll be right back with the second quarter. All right, we're back here in Villanova, Pennsylvania. Rusty, talk me through it. What have you seen from Villanova that you like so far? What do they got to keep doing?
Well, Villanova needs to keep finding those good shots and making them. Obviously, they did.
I think I may have lost Rusty. I think my Discord just restarted for some reason, so I'll talk through this myself as we try to get him back in here. But here we start the second quarter. Arizona State starters back on the floor, and Carr's going to take it back inside and gets it up.
Technical difficulties, please stand by.
Back with me, Rusty?
Yeah,
I'm not sure. My Discord just like restarted by itself. I'm not sure what happened.
Okay, the Twitch still going?
I think so, yeah. Everything's still
yeah,
going.
It looks like it. Okay.
Yeah, it's just my Discord.
Yeah, okay.
Boom!
Yeah.
Man, they just pick up from where they left off. Jim Carr takes it back inside for chance to make it 5 here a few seconds into the second.
Yeah, you can share your screen again if you get a chance, but but yeah, Villanova, they got a tall task ahead of them. First step, try to play some more defense.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that's something that they're definitely going to need to do here if they want to turn the tide in this game. That Arizona State, they just continue to get whatever they want here.
Yeah, you got to make them uncomfortable, and got lucky there. Carr missed a free throw.
Yeah, rare miss there from Carr, and Villanova going to try to take advantage of it. And great drive to the rim.
Yeah.
Doug Eater making his name known. Yeah, and you were talking about things that I think I just asked you right before I lost you what Villanova needs to do, and I'm not sure how much was caught, but Broski just seems like a guy they really need to work the ball through with that bench unit. Seems like he's making
Yeah,
a
I
big difference
agree.
for this team.
And need to see someone step up on this offense, especially Chambers. Just hasn't able to get those open looks, but I mean, he's against a very tough matchup, and
Yeah.
it's tough.
Yeah, absolutely. You can't. I mean, this is the hardest matchup he's probably gonna have this entire season. So take what you can get. And Charles Blanton does a great job there, working using his size down low, putting it up for Villanova. Brings it down to 16 for State. Bryson's going to pull up and can't hit that one. Villanova's going to run transition. Thomas is going to just take it down the lane by himself. He gets stopped up by Bryson.
Yeah. I was worried he was going to wait a little too long for that make, but good transition offense.
Yeah, absolutely. The guy down there, I believe that was Scott Frank. Is that Frank?
I believe so.
I think that's. Bland does a great job forcing the miss there. Grabs the rebound, gets it over to Chambers now. Going to work against Bryson again. Gets it over to Eater. If I'm Blanton with some space, I'm unable to hit that one, and Barr picks up the rebound.
Yeah, I like that they drew up a play for him at least.
Yeah, without a doubt. And Arizona State, making it really tough for Villanova in transition. They found a quick feed down the lane, and they're going to be heading back to the line, try to extend this lead a bit further.
Yeah, Nova does get their offense in spurts, like they'll go on a little run, but they just need to try to play some defense, hope for more misses,
right,
and just keep attacking the basket, and now it will help open up those 3-point attempts for Blanton and Chambers.
Right, definitely. And I mean, that's part of it too, right? Just miss something. I mean, Arizona State, they haven't been able to miss.
And there's been decent defense.
Yeah, they're just hitting shots with not a lot of space and guys right in their face. It seems to be Arizona State's night so far. And Aaron Ike, transfer from Texas Tech, he's going to make both those at the stripe. He's definitely a guy I think Arizona State's going to look to as a third option in the starting offense, and really excited to see how he grows with them. So we're going to take another timeout here. Look through the second. We'll just go ahead and skip right through this one, keep the action rolling.
Yeah.
And Arizona State, they're kind of in an interesting spot now. Gonzaga had that. I don't know if you consider it upset. I probably would, based off of where everything stands in the rankings. But
yeah, I agree.
Fell to Louisville today, so it looks like this could be a year where we see a new champion come out of the Pac-12. I mean, very early to make comments like that after Gonzaga's had a hold on the conference for so long, but Arizona State's a team that looks like they have the talent and the depth this year.
Oh yeah, they've been knocking on the door, and they definitely seem designed to try to beat Gonzaga. Yeah, they bring in all these transfers. They're going for it, and so Gonzaga's got to step up their game if they want to keep that Pac-12 crown.
Yeah, without a doubt. And they were finally calling Damian Chambers' name. Does a great job of using his speed to find a spot down low, and is able to put that up 2 for Villanova. Nice control at the top of the key. You got to use his speed to get around Thomas, and he lays that one in for another 2 for Sun Devils.
Yeah, I just gotta be quicker on those rotations, and I help defense.
Chambers gonna work against Bryson. Bryson picks away, uses that hustle and dives, and is able to save it. And they're gonna get it over to Carr. Carr's gonna drive the lane, puts up a floater, but unable to put it down. Blanton's there for the rebound, pushing in transition. Thomas just hit him with a nice little spin in the post and able to put that one down. Villanova stops the bleeding, calls a timeout.
Yeah, good job. I mean, they had the turnover, and you love to see that if you're the Arizona State coach, seeing your star player not scared to die for it, even in a almost 15-point game into blowout territory. But still a lot of time.
Yeah.
Then stopping that transition against Carr, and then get a nice basket there.
Right. Yep. They're Villanova. Like you said, they just got to step it up on the defensive end, and this game could definitely turn pretty quickly.
Yeah. Villanova, when they get stops, they've been decent in transition. That's where they need to try to get it more often.
Yeah, definitely been a bit more of a struggle in the half-court offenses. Washington's unable to put that one down. Here's Nova in that transition game again, and Moffitt unable to put that one down. Good defense from Washington. And here we are running. It's about pace of the game picking up a little bit. I'm going to hand it off to Julian Alexander. Let's get down to McCall, all in his face, and McCall draws the contact, unable to get it to fall, but going to be heading to the line for 2.
And Arizona State's done a great job at getting to the line, so Villanova's in a really tough spot. Either just let them drive in or try to foul and hope for misses at the line.
Right, exactly.
And Arizona State's such a deadly perimeter team. It could really turn ugly if they let Carr and Call and Bryson get open.
Yep. Yeah, it can get nasty from outside if you give them the space out there, but they're getting it done everywhere on the floor tonight.
Yeah.
McCall's going to convert on both of those. 44-26 Arizona State. Going to inbound to Moffitt. Moffitt's going to get it down to Travers. Looks like Villanova's going to look for a cutter here, and they're going to find Moffitt, who kicks it back out to Stokes. And Stokes gets it picked away by Washington. Ball off of Washington, though, so it's going to stick with Villanova.
Yeah, still good defense. I mean, I don't know how many times I can say Arizona's doing good.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I mean, there's not really much more to poke out about their game. I mean, it's just it's been a dominant performance from them through this one so far.
I like their uniforms.
Yeah, very nice uniforms. Kind of got that. Never really played it, but I look at it and I think of like Minecraft when I see them.
Yeah, I definitely got that digital kind of look.
Yeah, very unique. Big fan. Unlike some of these uniforms we've seen out here on the CSBA courts tonight, those Syracuse uniforms, man. Every time I see those, I'm not sure which was grosser, the score of that game or the uniforms. So.
Right. I know. Two-tone, I can't. Not in basketball.
Yeah,
you get away with it in football, but
yeah, football sure, but those ones that Cuse rocks and the two-tones for Oregon, those are like the
no thanks.
Like, oh, God.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was looking through the box scores so far through this week, and this week we've seen a lot of occurrences where the team that's winning the game has been posting scores in the 90s. I think the UCLA and Kentucky game, that was one where it wasn't the case, but other than that, a lot of these teams that are pulling out the wins are posting high point totals.
Yeah, a lot of offensive firepower. It's more defensive-minded teams. Where's our Providences?
Right? I know. Yeah, Providence was one of those teams. I mean, had a very tough matchup against an incredible Miami team, but yeah, Miami, one of those games where they just ran away with it. So Washington going to work inside here and going to get it back down to Akwakikian, and unable to get that one to go. But Stokes is going to foul him, and Arizona State's going to be heading back to the line.
Yep. What, they're like 10th free throw already?
Yeah, they've been working the stripe, and everywhere else too.
Yeah. I know. These fouls wear me out.
I know, yeah. Trust me, I've tried to figure out how many different ways I can say get into the stripe for one or
yeah.
You see over there at the score table, Villanova chooses Garrett.
And
maybe they can get some care at halftime.
yeah.
Definitely need a little love.
Now,
Soak's gonna hand off to Remy, and Remy hands all in his face. Probably wants a foul on that one, but doesn't get it. And Arizona State gonna try to run it here. Call's gonna get stopped up though by some good defense from Moffitt. But they're gonna get it over to Mills, and Mills puts it in.
Yeah, when doubling, there's always that risk, and not ideal to have that guy be right under the basket.
Yep, they took advantage of it for sure.
Now, Villanova is always a weird team. Like, their coach, you go back and forth all the time. Love him, and hate him. But it seems like the regular season, Nova can go either way. And then as soon as they get into that conference tournament and March Madness, just have a flip and they give every team a run. So it takes them some time to figure it out, but Nova is a very well coached team. And I like Syracuse. Syracuse kind of starts slow and finish the season well.
Yeah, without a doubt. Yeah, I mean Villanova and Coach Holiday. I mean I've given him a shout a couple times. I think he's one of the better recruiters in this league, and you know, kind of like we talked about earlier with the way that these two rosters are constructed. I mean Arizona State, they're such an established and veteran team with, you know, stars that came from other programs, and Villanova, you know, working with, you know, half or over of their roster as freshmen. And Moffitt, a guy that's really grown as he picks the ball and going to get the opportunity for Villanova to pick up one transition. And that's exactly what they need. They need more of that. But yeah, like I was saying, I mean, you know, Villanova, and like you were saying, they're just a team, you know, going to take some time to grow and figure it out. But yeah, they're not a team you want to play around with in conference tournaments, March Madness.
Oh yeah, and especially with 5 freshmen, it's going to take some time to figure things out and get them to click.
Nope, without a doubt. Whole different look team. Sometimes it takes some time to find, you know, that right scheme that works for the catering to the guys on the court. And we're gonna head into halftime here. 54-28, Arizona State. Just been an incredible showing here for the Sun Devils so far. And Nova's gonna head back to the locker room, talk it over with Coach Holiday, and see if they can come out with some fire here in the second half. And head to the CSBA halftime show here in just a minute. There's Shaq rocking the pink tie, big smile on his face. Must be an Arizona State fan. So talk me through this one, Rusty. What did you see?
Oh man, a lot of Arizona State scoring, defense, free throws. Pretty much done everything right this game. Their only flaw might be transition defense. It's where Villanova has really got most of their points from, and been able to attack their guards defensively. But Arizona State, like Carr, Bryson, Aqua, Kikian, like those guys have been doing great. McCall, it's like there's no one that's been having a bad game for Arizona State.
Yeah, I mean it's just been an all-around balance, just onslaught from them so far in this one. You gotta think if they keep playing like they're playing and stick to this game plan, they should run away with this one. Alright, and we're back here in Villanova, Pennsylvania after that quick halftime show. Arizona State Sun Devils leading the Villanova Wildcats 54-28 here. You know, we've talked a lot about it already, but Arizona State going to look to pick up where they left off as they're highlighting the player for the first half, Jake McCall. Impressive, 12 points. Doesn't even really feel like he's taking that many shots, so you know it's shooting with some insane efficiency as well.
Yeah, very efficient. Doing good attacking, getting free throw line. Villanova might need to try to sign those guys at halftime, those halftime performers.
Right, absolutely. And Jim Carr unable to put that one down, and gonna get over to Eater, but just get stuffed there by Frank, and Carr gonna take it back down inside again. Flashy lay-in, but
you saw. Saw Moffitt do it earlier. He's like, I could do that.
Right? Yeah. He's that type of guy, right? Out there on the
Yeah.
floor. He's like, hey, you think you can do it? I can do it better.
Yeah. Carr in his senior year, right?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, I think Carr and Bryson are both seniors this year. So, deep
Yeah.
shot from Nova, just catches the rim.
Ooh.
And Arizona State going to push in transition here with Bryson.
Yeah, so I think these two teams, we've been talking about it, like, Arizona State's built to try to win and make a push right now.
Mm-hmm.
Villanova is going to grow and develop. And either philosophy's fine, but you definitely see the disparity right now.
Yeah, they're just at different stages right now. You know, still don't have a lot. I really don't have any concern for Nova though. I think this Arizona State team is incredible. I mean, I know it was preseason, but we did see them take down Georgetown in the preseason.
Yeah.
You know, after what we've seen through the first 2 weeks of the regular season. I mean, Georgetown has definitely looked like one of those best teams in the league. So you're looking at a team that is a serious threat here.
Yeah, and they did lose to Kentucky last week.
That's right, they did. Yeah, I mean, I think Kentucky's just being severely underranked right now, anyways.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh man, big oop there. Bryson feeds it to Frank, and Frank throws it down with authority.
Yeah, I mean, Arizona State, Kentucky's a tough task. They're definitely underrated, and they did just come off a finals appearance, so.
Yeah.
Like,
I think
Arizona
that's the most
State
surprising part about it, right? Like, it's not like they lost many guys either.
No.
Retained a lot of the same Final Four team, or not even
Yeah,
Final Four,
key
National
players.
Championship team. And,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they brought up. Oh.
Man, Frank just starting to take over. He takes that feed, wide open clearing for him to throw that one down, and looking at almost 40-point deficit.
Yeah, that's how bad this game's going. We're talking about Kentucky.
Right? God dang, what happened? What happened?
And
oh man, starting to hear the boos rain down from the home crowd as Jim Carr pulls up and he's letting it rain.
Yeah, those Pennsylvania people. They can be pretty brutal.
I hear those boos and I feel like I'm back in Iowa City, man. It feels good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nova gonna look to work some here. I don't think they have a bucket here so far in the second half. Gonna get stopped on the dribble. Eater's gonna be forced to pull one with the defender in his face. Can't get that one to fall. And Arizona State run transition. Jim Carr's gonna have the space, able to get that one to fall. And,
Man.
Yeah, been a rough shooting game for these Villanova guards. I mean, it's tough because I mean you're looking at these matchups and it's like they're and what Arizona State has, and it's like they're playing guys that are pretty commonly ranked as like the best at their position in this league at the 1 and 2. So
yeah, seriously.
It's it's not going to get tougher than this right here.
And it's not like Nova is having. I know they're not shooting good, but that's because of Arizona State's defense. It's not like they're getting open and missing.
Yeah.
It's just Arizona State's just owned this game.
Right. Absolutely. Yeah, I think they'll definitely be heading back to the locker room and heading back into practice over the next week. Thinking about this one, ways that they can improve and alter their game plan. Definitely.
It can be a little weird, but sometimes teams they get embarrassed like this and then come out way better next week and use it as motivation.
Yep, absolutely. And McCall does a great job there. Wide open. Washington pulls up the loose ball foul after the basket falls, so that one's going to count, and Villanova's going to still have their possession.
Might be interesting as Arizona State 71, and they're probably going to hit 100, but are they?
There's Moffitt. And
Moffitt,
I mean, he seems like he's kind of taking the next step. I mean, while there hasn't been a whole lot of positive to say about Villanova tonight, he had a handful of games last year where he struggled. So if he's the guy that's taking that next step for Villanova this year, I mean, it's going to mean a lot to the squad.
Yeah, I always gotta try to find positives in this game, and there always are.
Hmm.
Uh,
It doesn't feel like it
Moffat's been
sometimes.
good. Yeah, yeah, and they won't want to rewatch this, but there's definitely something good with Moffat. It'd be interesting. I'd like to see Broski be more of a ball handler.
Yeah,
He's just
I would
more
say.
involved in general.
Yeah, same. Yeah, he seems like a guy that when he has been touching the ball, he's been making plays happen, either scoring or dishing it up for his team. So yeah, definitely a guy that I think should be a focal point for them.
Yeah.
Moffat's gonna use that agility, unable to get to fall though. Arizona State gonna get it down to Alexander, and Julian unable to put that one in. Rare miss there with that up and under. And they pick it right out of Broski's hands, and Washington's gonna run inside and force one up, draws the foul, unable to get it to go though. So Washington gonna be heading to the line for 2.
Yep, another foul. Another trip to the free throw line. Another 30 seconds. You gotta sit through.
Yeah, we're gonna skip right through this. We don't need to see those free throw animations in this one.
Yeah. Oh, you rushed him though.
Yeah, Russian. Sorry, Washington.
Yeah.
Able to hit the second one though, so
There you
not
go.
all is lost. I don't think they're going to be eyeing down their free throw numbers at the end of this one. I think Arizona State, they're going to be hopping back on the team playing, and they're going to have that music up loud and enjoying this victory at night.
Yeah, nice three-pointer by Broski.
Yep.
Oh, just proving us right. When he gets the ball, he does good things.
See, we know what we're talking about.
I think we do.
Finds McCall 3. Rare miss from him tonight.
We do know a lot about three-pointers.
Yes, we do. And not making them.
Yeah, we know what a make looks like, because I don't see it too often, but
no.
You know it when you see it.
It's something to be excited for, okay? Oh, man. Alexander's going to get that one over to Washington.
Oh,
Washington going to get a clean
dirty.
look. Bang!
Yeah, dirty. Shot that and turned around.
Yep, didn't give him much thought to that one. When you can let him fly like that and turn your back before it even gets to the basket, you know you're feeling it.
Yeah.
Broski went right through Julian Alexander's legs there. Busted him up. He's going to find Moffitt outside. Moffitt's going to be forced to pull a deep one from 3. Unable to get that one to fall.
Yeah, just there. It was too strong. Julian held his own. And
gets picked, but luckily his man is standing right there in position to grab the loose ball.
it felt like a long 3 seconds.
I was gonna say,
got out.
I was watching that too. I was like, man, he sprinted out of there, but he was down there for a while.
Yeah, maybe the refs just want to leave.
Yeah, there we go. Thanks, Tim Donaghy. Nate Washington picked away, and Nova's gonna run this one. They find Travers down low, and Travers throws it down.
There you go. They got a nice screenshot for their promo now.
Exactly. Sometimes, it's still just about picking up some good picks.
Yep.
And, defense
like
definitely been a little bit more handsy for Villanova in this quarter, at least, at the end of this quarter.
Yeah.
And picking some balls, as we're talking about. Moffitt comes up with a steal and back in transition again for Nova. Moffitt going to pull up. Unable to get that one to go, but Travers is there again. Gets blocked.
Yeah, great recovery, but...
Yeah. And that's going to do it here for the third quarter. Go ahead and put your 4s up. We're heading into the fourth. Big lead here in Villanova as Arizona State looking to close this one out for the big dub. CSBA, we'll be right back for the fourth. And here we're back at Villanova. State Farm stopping by for the assist of the game, and it's going to be a nice Bryson oop up to Frank there. Nice bucket. And didn't see a ton of oops, so I'm not surprised to see that one as the one.
Yeah.
And you know, I gotta say, I'm watching chat, and I love the enthusiasm from this Nova squad. Deshaun Carter Jr., he's in there. He's saying, you know, it's comeback season. He's believing in his squad. Love to see that, especially when
Yeah.
going through a game like this.
Oh yeah, I mean, these games happen. Like we've been saying, they're just. What was Dynamite doing?
Yeah, they happen sometimes, man. And sometimes they ain't even at this point in the season. Sometimes you're in the Final Four and you just get smacked down by 40. You know, it happens sometimes.
Yeah.
Sorry, Rusty.
I'm gonna leave.
Take a stage exit left.
Yeah. Yeah, at least it's not the Final Four. That's very true. When you think it's bad, it could always be worse. It could be a Final Four blowout.
Or Bama from Bama took that loss in March Madness last year. Ended up in a body bag. I think they got dropped by like 70 in that game.
Yeah. So when you think it's bad, you could always be someone else.
Yep, absolutely. And it's like we talked about a lot. You know, there's definitely positives to be taken from this game for Nova. They're able to get another good look there.
And their outlook, I don't know who their third out-of-conference game is, but I think they still can get a few wins there in the Big East. But they always have that upset potential, especially against Marquette, because they hate me.
I mean, they do it against everybody, though. I mean, especially like I said earlier, when it comes down to like conference tournament time. I'll never forget when I was over at Georgetown and we played Villanova. I think they made it to the conference final that year. I think it was in the conference final, and they were a 4 seed. And yeah, they probably gave us the toughest game out of anyone that season. They were leading by like 10 throughout that entire game up until like the final minutes, and almost pulled out that upset.
The same Final Four team that got blown out was upsetted by that Nova team.
Yeah.
In the conference, that team was just cursed for semifinals.
Yeah, it was.
But oh well, all those guys are gone now.
Kit sad, right? Is that what it is? Sad Kit?
Yeah. Yeah, sad Kit.
I always get a kick out of looking at your profile pictures, Rusty. I love you still have the one right now, like the old school bird with the dew. I saw that one the other day. It cracked me up.
Yeah, I don't know. I go through them because I don't know. I haven't found one I just love to keep for a long time yet.
Man, Michael Bryson showing he doesn't just do it on the offensive end. He sends that block off the backboard, and Carter's gonna get blocked. And Carter doing his thing. Hey, he said in chat, he said it's comeback season, and he's putting the team on his back. He's ready to do his thing out here. So he's activated.
Yeah. If you can end the game well, go on a little run, make Arizona State uncomfortable like they've been doing, getting blocks and steals, that's a good takeaway from this.
Yep, absolutely. They had Carter down the cut again. Didn't find him, but gonna do a great job here on getting back to the line.
Even a little victory just beat to keep Arizona State from getting 100, because it looked like they were on track to break the record. But
yeah,
good job doing better, settling down on defense and aggravating the Devils.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, yeah, you think about it. I mean, what they put up in the first quarter alone, like 32.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean they had 32 points in the first quarter, and then 2.5 quarters since then they've scored 47. So, you know, I mean,
it's still a lot.
It's still a bit,
but it wasn't the first quarter.
Yeah.
And they'll have some games like Pitt and Providence will be interesting. Every team Providence plays, I'm fascinated with what they're thinking of.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, Big East will be interesting to watch this year. I mean, you know, Marquette and Georgetown definitely still looking like the two powerhouses in that conference this season.
Yeah.
Sorry, it seemed like my stream kind of glitched up there for a second.
And then with Arizona State, it really does. I mean, for a while, that conference has always just been Gonzaga and Oregon, and Arizona State's definitely taken that spot from Oregon as the main contender.
Yeah,
without
doubt.
There's UCLA is a rising team. We'll see if they're there yet. But I mean, Oregon State, Oregon, they definitely aren't a high caliber team yet. So Arizona State's definitely got a lot to look forward to. There's at that big game over in Washington. I know they want.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it's good to come in and have big wins like this to kind of show the rest of the CSBA they're ready. But
Yeah,
you
absolutely.
win those games against those big teams too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, games like this, though, they kind of put your stamp on it. While it may not be a top caliber win. I mean, you show what the team is capable of, and I think that is a big thing in the eyes of the voters, is seeing that you are able to control the games in this manner, in these types of games.
Yeah, and I'll put yourself in a position to have a big upset.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Nova, they're gonna find Carter down low. Carter's
Nice.
gonna find a way to get himself up to the line and cut this lead a bit for Nova.
Yeah, Carter's been having a good fourth quarter. He had a couple points and in the boards.
Yep. Definitely been one of those bright spots for this Nova squad tonight.
Yeah.
Man, we got a lot of 2K generics out here anymore in the CSBA.
Yeah.
Some sponsorships.
Oh.
Man, it looked like Carter had a wide open lay-in, but Carter comes flying in out of nowhere, and I think he may have gotten a hand on that. And,
Yeah.
what do you know? It turns into points for Nova.
Yeah. I mean, all their points pretty much been from transition baskets like that.
Yep.
Of course, Carr's still gonna get his 20, an easy 20 points. Didn't realize that.
Man, it didn't feel like he's had 20 at all, does it?
Yeah. Oh.
Wow. Yeah, I think they've had some good scoring. It seems like Bryson is kind of taking a little bit of a backseat in this game. I know he's had a few here and there, but it seems like this offense tonight has really been driven through, I guess, Carr, and I know McCall's been one of the standouts for him as well. It's Bryson picks up another block. I think that's at least 3 for him tonight, I think.
Yeah, he's a monster. He can do it all. It's a really scary duo to think about. It might be, I say, the best guard duo in the CSBA.
Yeah, I think it is. I know that conversation came up in one of their last games, and there was some debate about it, and there were some people taking some hard stances against this Arizona State squad, claiming that. But I think I'm with them. I can't think of a 1-2 that's much better than what they got.
Right, there's some great guards, but to have two great guards, that's no one comes to mind right away.
Yeah.
And that work well starting together.
Right.
Some teams, they got to bring a guard off the bench because they got to have the ball, but Bryson and Carr have pretty good dynamic already.
Yeah, for sure. And there's Nova going to earn another trip back to the line. And I guess that's one thing that we could point out about this Arizona State squad. It seems like they've been given a lot of opportunities to these Wildcats on getting some extra points at the line.
Yeah. Yep. Try to get some overtime for these employees.
Yeah, right. Ushers are loving it.
I used to work security for a basketball game. I know this sounds funny, me doing security, but
oh no,
I got to stand in front of.
I get it. I worked at the Greensboro Coliseum.
Okay, so yeah, it's like
5 months.
Yeah.
I never
It was
did
very
any
long.
basketball games though. It was more of just like other events that were going on at the center. So
Yeah.
like, I remember the most brutal one was I had to work an Amway convention, and it was like 3 days straight, like 12 hours every day. And Scott Frank's gonna foul out. Damn,
Wow.
I didn't have the music cued, so we're gonna miss the music tonight. But Rusty, you want to give a little little acapella rendition?
I'll just say hit the road, Jack.
Yeah, there you go. All right, hit the road, Jack. You got something. But yeah, I was going back to the Coliseum thing. Yeah, the most memorable one though was I had to work Super Jam in Greensboro, which is it's NC Central's homecoming event, and they put on like a concert, and it was like Jeezy and a whole bunch of other people, and I remember I was up there, and like the entire section I was watching over was just like smoked out, like smoke was just rising from the entire section, and my boss came over, she's like, you gotta do something about that, and I just looked at her, I was like, do what? What the fuck am I supposed to do?
Yeah, I did football and basketball games, and I think I remember I did a basketball game where we went to like double overtime. We're like, just end it, please.
I mean, I know some people feel that way even as fans, just, in the stands.
Yeah.
They're like, God damn, I got work tomorrow.
Yeah, especially Mac school like Ohio, they play a lot of Thursday and Tuesday games, and
yeah, I love that. I don't think I've ever seen that before. We got man at the line, and Bryson is hanging in the back working on his free throw. Man, never sleeps, always working on his shot.
Oh yeah, he'll probably be in the gym before the flight.
Yep.
He probably that Jimmy Butler tie, just bring a basketball with him everywhere.
Yep. Well, good find there, and Blanton's going to take inside and will get the ball, but yet another trip to the line for these Wildcats. Yeah, I feel like every possession's been a trip to the free throw line.
Yeah, I'm excited to see the free throw numbers.
Alright, and McCall going to take it up for Arizona State, and I don't really know much more to say about this one, Rusty.
Yeah.
Score at
all. Dude, we talked about Arizona State's jerseys already.
Yeah, we talked about their jerseys, those beautiful
Nova's Nova's a nice, just classic blue and white. It's okay.
Classics.
Yeah. Moffat's back in, so that might be entertaining.
Yeah, Coach Holiday there in chat, he's saying this is the never-ending game. He's ready for this one to end and get back to work on next week's opponent.
Yeah.
Who does Nova have next week? Do you know? You want to check?
And Alright, so Villanova, they got Duke next week.
Duke, okay. Another tough matchup, but
yeah, that's a pretty tough out of conference schedule. I mean, USC, I didn't talk about them. They're another rising team in that Pac-12 to watch out for. And then Arizona State's very tough, and then Duke looked pretty good this year as well.
Definitely a tough out of conference schedule for sure. And that'll be a fun game to watch. Some storylines in that one too, as Charles Blanton will be making his return to Duke after transferring from there this season.
And as for Arizona State, they played and lost to Kentucky. Got Villanova the next. They got Ohio State next, so that'll be entertaining.
Yeah, Arizona State, Ohio State.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be really good.
And that's a couple different teams. You got Profit and some of those big men in Ohio, and Arizona State definitely likes to spread out and use their speed. So that'll be a pretty interesting matchup. Ohio State's one of those teams that kind of like are in the middle, I'd say, and they're gonna get better throughout the season.
Yeah, I mean they're sitting in the middle right now. I think they took a huge stumble after sitting atop those rankings most of last year, just due to the mass exodus of the old Ohio State squad that went to Baylor. But it seems like a lot of people may have just kind of overglanced and thought of the success that Coach Glass has had in this league previously. So yeah, Ohio State's a team to watch out for sure. I think they're another one of those teams that's being a little disrespected right now.
Yeah. Might be a that'll definitely be a pretty fun one next week. Is another good block and transition opportunity.
Yeah, without a doubt. I mean, it's like we said, I mean, it hasn't been all negative here for Villanova. They've had some players step up and make some big plays, and just need to find a way to string those together to make it, more than just an occurrence and make it the consistency.
Yeah.
Man, here we are
I was
again.
almost.
Dynamite, I swear. Man, those stands are. Everyone left.
Wow.
Man, there ain't
That's
no
gotta
one.
be like the family, maybe.
Yeah, they just moved everyone behind the behind the scoring table. They're like, we need something. Damn.
It's funny.
Yeah,
I
Dynamite
mean,
went
I'd
from
be
like
out.
one foul in the fourth quarter to being one away from fouling out. It's just been a hack fest out here.
Yeah, I don't know what these referees get paid by the whistle or what.
Yeah, someone had to have had like a betting prop of like
Yeah.
how many fouls will be called. But yeah, that
Yeah.
was impressive showing from Arizona State. They're going to take this one 90-66. A lot of things to build on for Nova. Definitely back to the gym for them as they are going to continue on with their tough out of conference schedule. And Arizona State, they're going to keep on rolling. As like you had said, they'll roll into Ohio State next week for a tough matchup. So yeah, fun one here. Let's go ahead and check out these box scores. Get to this.
Yeah.
So there it is. What stands out
18
to you,
and
Rusty, after
oh,
a quick
18
glance?
free throws and then 19 free throws. So
Yeah.
just shy of 40 there.
Yep.
But kind of surprised Arizona State only made 5 threes and only shot 11 of them. They definitely did a lot of their damage in the paint, and I guess a lot of mid-range game must be.
Mhm. Yeah, they were definitely working in the mid range. I feel like there were a lot of those occurrences where they were just like a step inside of the three that
Yeah.
they were hitting.
Yeah.
Because it definitely feels like they pulled from range more than 11 times. Um,
Yeah.
but
I think the rebounds definitely favoring Arizona State.
mhm.
And a good thing to look at for Villanova is that they did good on their second chance points, and their bench actually outscored Arizona State's.
Yeah, the bench was definitely impressive. Like when that Villanova bench rolled in, it seems like that's when they really kind of controlled the game
Yeah.
and kept things
Moffitt and
close.
Broski.
Yeah, and that's just maybe point to one of those signs that the guys like Broski, maybe they will get a chance to have some more extended minutes in the future. Just kind of have to see what that looks like. So yeah, definitely did their thing on the bench. Second chance points, I think that's always an interesting thing to look at because the thing with second chance points is if you have a lot of them, it means you missed a lot of shots too.
That's true.
And as evidenced by the 37% shooting from Villanova tonight. But yeah,
Yeah. At least they can hit their freebies.
yeah,
17
exactly,
connecting.
exactly. Yeah, they did good at the stripe, did their thing there.
Yeah.
So yeah, dominating game for Arizona State for sure. Go ahead and check out these stats. We'll start with Nova. And Rylan Moffitt going to be the leading scorer right there with Broski, both sitting at 12
Yep.
points for the squad. And I mean, I feel like we've been saying his name all night. There's Broski right there. Eyes immediately go to that. 3 of 4 shooting and was perfect from 3. Also contributed, grabbing some boards and diming up a couple of his teammates. So great game from him. And huge part of what allowed that bench unit to stick within this one. Rylan Moffitt also had a great game on both ends of the court, coming up with 3 steals with a tough matchup.
Wow.
Could have
And he
shoved it.
actually their plus minus even. I mean, it's 0, but
Mm-hmm.
some other guys gonna be. A lot of them are gonna be in the negatives. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of them are going to be down there. So that bench unit, those guys that were kind of holding it together there, that are gonna see the benefit there in the plus minus category. Travers, 4-9 shooting. He's their big man. Definitely gonna have to find a way to come down more than 2 rebounds.
Yeah.
If you want to keep your team close. Blanton, another guy. We talked on him briefly. Only got 3 shot attempts, but with converted on 2 of them, was 4 for 5 at the stripe. So maybe stat sheet may be a little misleading on his attempts, but did a really good job getting to the line and close to picking up a double-double there. Jaleel Carter did a lot of his damage right there in the fourth quarter, but definitely stepped up when he said, it ain't over. It's definitely showed that he can be a leader on this team tonight.
Yeah, got a couple blocks on Jim Carr. It's
Hmm.
impressive to say.
Yep, for sure. Yeah, so we rounded out Kevin Thomas, good game. Doug Eater, definitely going to want to see some more efficiency from him. 1 of 8
Yeah,
shooting, 0 of 3 from 3. So tough game for him. Remy didn't do a whole lot scoring, but did dime up 6 teammates, 6 assists, and
yeah,
rough night for Damian Chambers. One of my personal favorites on Nova to watch, and just wasn't able to get it done tonight. But I don't think that's anything to hold your head about, especially when you have that matchup like you did with Michael Bryson. Um, Stokes there, unable to put down any field goals, but did convert his 2 trips to the line.
yeah.
So we'll go ahead and roll over here to Arizona State, and why don't you go ahead and talk us through this Arizona State squad?
Sure, Jim Carr, 24 points. Said, I guess he just been scoring throughout the game. He almost didn't notice how efficient he was doing it. 11 for 17, 2 3-pointers, couple rebounds and assists. Got a call with 16 points, a rebound, 2 assists off the bench. Good effort there. Frank fouled out. It's the big complaint, but 12 points, 8 rebounds, assist, a steal, a block. Pretty well-rounded game you like to see.
Mhm.
Bryson kind of took a little bit of backseat, but still got 11 points, 6 assists, two blocks for a guard, a steal. So very solid by him. Kazir Washington, 8 3 5s, good stat line. Maybe just try a few turnovers. Aaron Ike, almost a double double, 7 3 7, steal, good efficiency.
Yeah, love seeing
Hex,
that from Ike.
Hex,
Especially
yeah,
coming over from Arizona State. Being able to be involved in the offense. Doesn't take a ton of shots, but when you're responsible for, you have 7 points, 7 assists, and look, you're responsible for 21 points.
yeah. And
So.
when he was out there, Arizona State was really dominating by that plus minus and
Mhm.
X Aqua Kian. I he played very good defense, got a couple blocks. I just remember when he was out there, he was just all over the place. Got 10 rebounds, so definitely put in the work. And Julian Alexander getting a couple baskets and had a very well-rounded stat line: 4 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, a block. Overall, good performance by him. He's always been a solid contributor all around. And Dynamite kind of sucked. That was okay.
Who's
Two, two,
Dynamite?
2 points. But that's Ryan.
I gotcha.
We go back.
Gotcha.
He did all right. 5 rebounds. That's okay. I expected more. And Matt Green didn't get to score, but still was good on the court. Got 5 rebounds and assists. So can't really complain.
Yep. So yeah, this was like we said a few times already. Impressive showing for this Arizona State squad. Villanova definitely going to be heading home and thinking about this one tonight and getting right back to work early tomorrow. So, um, definitely a fun game to watch. Wish it would have been a little closer, but
Yeah.
sometimes they play out this way. So that's gonna do it for tonight. Tune in to the games tomorrow. CSBA actually gonna be getting right back to it at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time tomorrow, and can't wait to see what the rest of the week has in store for us. So, any final words from you, Rusty?
That was overall a good game. A lot to learn from. And thanks for tuning in.
Good deal. All right. Well, everyone have a great night. CSBA, we're out.